There you are. Haere mai, my friend. Come and join me. I've found us a lovely book called Stardust. We always share the same sky. You might have seen the book review for Stardust. Or if you haven't, you could click this link here. I'll tell you a wee bit more about it in a minute. How about we have the story now? Are you nice and comfy? Ready for a story? Let's begin. Stardust. We always share the same sky. Written by Ivana Mlinac, illustrated by Porshe Tiavale. This is a story about a girl who lived her life a little differently. This is the girl here. She lived her life a little differently because her mum lived far away, in a place many of us have never been. Her mum was in prison. Sometimes the girl felt sad and alone because she couldn't always see her mum. One day, she received a letter from her mum telling her just how much she missed her. Hidden among the words her mum had written was a gift of magic so that she would never have to feel alone. Her mum said, "No matter how far apart we are, we always share the same sky, and with that also come the stars." The sky is filled with our memories and love that light up the stars even on the darkest nights, said her mum. This helped the girl feel closer to her mum and like she was always around. Now the sky was a glittery, starry blanket that covered her at night. Not everyone at school always understood what the little girl was going through. Sometimes they didn't see that the girl was her own special self. She had her own journey and her own story to be told. Some people said that her mum was bad, but this wasn't true for the girl. All she knew was how much she loved her mum, and that was the only important thing to her. As time passed, the girl grew. She learned that just like the stars, she could create her own unique way. She learned that no two people are the same. She learned that if we work on our dreams, they just might come true. But most of all, she learned to believe in her own magic, and this was her most valuable tool. In time, she learned that there is one thing we all share, the galaxy, which is filled with all our amazing hopes, ambitions, and dreams. And if you look hard enough at the night sky, you may just see the brightest star you've ever seen. So, the girl filled her life with stars that shone so bright. She believed that she could reach for the stars. She dreamed of her own solar system, a place where she could be anything she imagined. And when she looked at those stars, holding all her dreams high above, she knew her mum was looking at them too. Perhaps you could give that a try. Look up to the stars and fill them with your hopes and dreams. You may not believe in magic, but I know that in this world of 7 billion people, there is no one quite like you. For you are made of stardust and magical things, and in this universe of 1,000 galaxies, you were made to be seen. The end. It's a beautiful story, isn't it? Ivana wrote this for you and kids just like you all over the world. Not just for people who have their mums in prison, but maybe your family is far away, the people that you care about, the people that you love. You can imagine that your night sky is shared with them. You're with them all the time. And in the back of the book, Ivana put some really cool activities. In fact, have a look at this activity here. A Stardust jar. When you check out that book review that Georgia did, she made a Stardust jar. She made one for me too. And she gave it to me that day. It looks like a dark night sky, doesn't it? But when you look closely, you can see all the stars that we share together. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that story. You can look for it in stores or in the library and maybe have a go at doing some of those activities too. And you can find out more about the book at Mary Egan Publishing, maryegan.co.nz. And come back and see me soon. I'll see if I can find us another good story. Ka kite.